Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to part a chicken. This is where you take a whole chicken and you portion it up ready for barbecuing, roasting, or however you're going to cook it. I do this a lot because it saves a whole load of money. This is a free range chicken. I got this for about £5 from Aldi, and really nice chicken. If you were to buy the separate parts of this chicken for free range chicken, you'd be paying, I'd hazard a guess, at about £12–13 altogether, because as I say, it's a free range. So first things first, you want to get your chicken out of the package and just loosen it up. So just shake it about a little bit. Don't worry if it looks funny, just get it nice and loose so it's the muscles are sort of warmed up. Just trim off any randomly big bits of fat. Now this is just my way of doing it, you know. So first of all, I just take this end piece here and just cut down there, just get rid of that. And the first thing you want to do is take the wishbone out. So sometimes it's easier just to get the knife there and just separate the breasts a little bit. Now what you might find is the wishbone's already broken. This can happen quite often. So this wishbone's broken, the knife just went straight up against the keel, but it doesn't matter. So try and steady the chicken, and it helps if you've got quite a sharp knife to do this, and just run the knife along the wishbone. And once you've made that cut, you can usually just use your thumb and it will pop the bone straight through. And once you've done that, just tuck the knife underneath and work your way down towards the base of the wishbone, and there's a small piece of sinew attaching it. You see it just went there. So I've got that off now, and I'm just using my thumb to sort of separate the chicken away from the wishbone, and just get your knife in there. Some people just rip this out, but I just sort of chop and it should come loose. Here we go. That's one side of the wishbone. Same again with the other side, just feel for it. Excuse my boiler kicking in, which is right next to me. So yeah, just make a small score along there, push, just scrape the meat down to the bone, and then that's that bit gone as well. Once you've got the wishbone out, the next thing to do is take off the legs. So I usually just make an incision, just run your knife. You can see where the skin's pulling to separate there. And once you've cut the skin to let it separate fully like this, you want to grip the chicken firmly, pull out as hard as you can, and then pop that bone out. It should come out nice and clean like that. Now lay the chicken on the breast side. Still got the thigh in my hand here, and I'm looking to get as much of the oyster, which is this part here, out as possible, because that's a really tasty part of the chicken. You don't want to let that go to waste. So I'm just making quite a fine cut there. You won't always get it all out. You're going to leave a little bit there, but now you'll have the chicken's the leg hanging on by the ligament there. So just take your knife, run it down, try and keep it nice and close to the chicken so you don't waste any. And there's your leg piece, the whole leg piece off there. I'm just putting these on a plate next to me. Same thing the other side, just make an incision and pull. Again, like hold the the main part of the chicken pop. And just again try and get as much oyster out as you can. And remove. So that's what you'd normally buy from a shop in a package, like a pack of chicken legs, I suppose. Next, the wings. Don't disregard the wings, they are delicious. Now, turn the chicken so it's breast side down and use your finger to feel around this part here. You'll feel a little dip. That's the joint. That's where the wing is joined on to the rest of the body. So what I usually do here is just get the knife in, just give it a little wiggle, and that should go straight through the joint. Now you don't want to damage the breast because the breast is right here, so you just want to get the wing off without causing too much drama to the breast. So I'm always pulling here, so as soon as the knife goes through the joint it sort of comes away, and then bring the knife down and you'll end up with a nice meaty bit as well on the end of your wing. Just set that aside. Same with the other side. Use your finger, feel for the joint. You'll feel just a little dip, like a little valley. Get your knife in there. That was the hardest part for me, learning how to debone a chicken. Well, part a chicken was that bit. Once you get a feel for it, it'll just... There you go. Nice clean wing piece. Now, if you want to take the breast off with the skin on it, then I usually just dip the knife through there and pull that forward so it just separates things down a bit. Line the skin up so it's pretty much centered on the breast, and just draw the knife down the middle, and then now what you have in the centre of the chicken here is what's called the keel. This is like your breastbone. So you want to bring the knife, I usually bring it in and around the keel because you can sometimes end up with a piece of meat left. We don't like to waste anything. So just draw the knife down, keeping it against the keel, and do that sort of all the way up. And then just like use a combination of your fingers and the knife to get as much of the breast meat off as you can. So I'm just pulling and I'm running the knife really close to the carcass. And I usually, once I've got about this far, is grab the breast and then just bring the knife along the side of the body. And then you will have a nice big free range chicken breast and the fillet underneath. You usually just pull the fillet off and just cook that separately for a shorter amount of time. There you go. As you know, in any kind of supermarket, free range chicken breast for a pack of 2 will probably cost you more than this whole chicken cost. So this is the main reason that I part up my own chickens. The other breast, same rule. You want to get as much meat off as you can. So get the knife in nice and close. Use your thumb to just pull, just tease it while you're making those cuts. Like before, I'm just going to bring the knife down the side of the carcass. There we go, there's our second breast. Again, I always take the fillets off because I just cook them separately. And when you buy a packet of chicken breast fillets, that's those pieces there. So all you should be left with after a bit of practice is a bony sort of carcass. No major amount of meat left on there. I don't actually use the carcass for anything, which is pretty bad. You should really use it, boil it down for stock. But there we go. I never end up doing that. So now you've got the main parts taken off of the chicken. You can chop them down further. So the wings, you're not going to want the wing tips. Just lay the wing out, and the joint here is pretty finicky, so you need to just get your knife in and wiggle it around, and it will find the place to take the wing tip off. Then again, spread the wing out and just get your knife and draw it over that joint, and you'll see it just starts separating, and then you got your wing drum and your secondary wing bit. Again, just pull the knife, wing tip off, and then just put it over the joint, and it will find its way through. So there's 4 nice wing pieces there, 2 drummy pieces, and the really fatty 2-bone piece. Not sure the technical name for it. And the legs, I always take off the knuckle. Again, just feel for the join, let the knife do the work, it will glide through that. Turn it over, use your finger, feel for the joint. There's a nice dip there, your knife straight in, bosh, now you've got a lovely chicken thigh piece and a drum piece. So just repeat that with the other leg. Tip off, turn it over, find the joint, I think it's there, let the knife do the work. So now from a 5-pound chicken, I've got two drums, 2 thighs, 4 wing pieces, 2 breasts, 2 fillets. That's £5, and that's all free range chicken. I'll be making some other videos, some keto recipe dishes, but I just thought this is something I do a lot, and I don't know a lot of people that actually buy a whole chicken and part it up and then cook the parts. So I thought it might be useful to someone. And then the waist, that's pretty much all you should have left. The wing tips, the knuckles and the carcass. And this is the chicken I used. Whole chicken without giblets, specially selected, free range. That's £4.99. Really good value for a whole free range chicken, if you ask me. Thanks for watching, guys.